Gitbash, as I said, is a software, and I'll just show you a small demo of what it tries to do, right? So let's download this. It's probably 40 MB or 50 MB or so. Yeah, 48 MB. And this actually provides you a type of a command prompt system where you can basically go and clone it into a repository, or it basically, terminal system, or it actually gives you this beautiful GUI, which can automatically, which can intuitively do it for you. And good thing about this is that it can take in those large set of files which Jay you were talking about, right? So let me show you how this happens, right? So let's just install this. So I'm not gonna use this. I mean, let's say yes to everything for now. Okay, I'm gonna launch Gitbash. There you go. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is, let me go to my desktop here first, right? So go to my desktop, dir. Okay, we're good. And the first command that I'm gonna do is git clone, right? And if you remember, I told you guys that you can download the code using this URL, right? So git clone so and so. Okay. Okay. First step is done. Second step that I just want to see is just have a look at the Git status just to be sure. Okay, I don't have a Git repo set up, and maybe I can do that. Okay, I need to initialize my configs, right? I can. We can look at that. Hold on. Now, second thing that I want to do is if I go back to my desktop, there you go. You could see the files present, right? Right? Yeah. Right. Okay. Next step that I will do is download this notebook into IPYNB. There you go. And I'm gonna paste it inside this folder. Now, obviously, I'm replacing the file here. Correct? Yeah, done. Two parts done. Right? Now, let's go back. Where are we? Let's go to our Polish bankruptcy file. And if I look at it, okay, I have it really good. Let me do a git init, initializing. So reinitialize the repository into this. That's great. And I'm going to do a git add star, which means that I'm going to take everything. LF will be replaced by CRLF, and the file will have the original line endings in your work directory. Oh, hold on. Can you see this now? I mean, these comments are available. Don't worry about it. I'll actually show you guys some good links from where you can take it, right? Because I don't know if I have actually, I don't know if I have actually created this properly. Anyway, I need to see that. Yeah, see, tells me that, okay, please tell me who you are. Auto detect, yeah, they're unable to do that. I say, okay, git font config global user dot I tell Git that, hey, this is who I am. And then it asks me, okay, user email is fine. What about username? What's my username? I think Chef3108 or something. Oh. Good. Now, next up, one file has been changed, right? It says at master, right? It's so and so, and the file has been changed. Now, what I need to do is I need to add the repository, right? Yeah. Yeah, my birthday is 31st August. Yeah. So what I can do is I can go here and go to, I think there's something called as quick setup or something. Just give me a sec. I can go to basically settings. So at the top of your GitHub repository, quick setup page. Okay. No, I have to take this. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it pushes for, a large set of data. Imagine that you have some really large set of data that you need to add, right? It basically helps in that. For example, your web development, those are usual suspects. Web development type of stuff is where you really need Gitbash, right? So I already have this. So git remote z, because I already cloned it, so I already have it. Okay, verified it. So push is there. Okay, that's a good thing. So I can say git push origin master. I know it will say that I already have a file, so I'm going to put a forward flag in this. It should ask me for my password here. Yes, there you go. There you go. It's asking me now. So I can say, hey, this is my username. This is my password. Yeah, I mean, it is difficult. Yes, it looks complex. I know that. I can totally understand you, but you don't need to worry because there are tools which have come in and have replaced. Anyway, so the point is that initial setup is pretty difficult. You need to put a URL and all, right? And you just need to know about the commands. And there are really good documentations which are available, which can actually tell you what happens. Now, when I refresh this, can you see that the change has happened to Gitbash? Which means that if I go and open this repository, I can basically see that I have the comments back. Very interesting, right? If you look at it. But now my question is that, hey, yeah, you can also do a GUI based, which is again pretty simple, right? So one thing that I have realized a lot is that I use a lot of upload based system, but knowing these commands, because there are only 3 or 4 commands that you need to remember. One is the git add star and git push origin master, right? And git remote add. That's, I mean, those are the 3 commands that you need to, those are the 3 commands which it usually revolves around. Okay. Uh, when you're into deep development, then things are pretty different, right? People will look at you to do something similar on those lines. So let's say that I created all these things, but I don't know where is the bankruptcy data set, right? I found everything, but what about the data set, right? So I can just download this data set. It's an 8 MB file, so that's absolutely fine. And what I'm going to do is, yeah, I'm going to extract it into my desktop. Okay, just an example here. Don't worry. If you're not able to understand, it's like fine. You can go through the recording and you'll be able to get that. I can copy these files and paste it back, and you can basically see such things happening. I can create a folder here, maybe something like sample underscore data, and I can just add all these stuff into it. Now you may wonder, okay, why have you done this? What's happening? if I go and see what I've done, okay, and just hear me out now, okay, I have just added some files into that particular folder, correct? Yes or no? Yeah. I go back, I say git add start, okay. Can you see? It has actually identified those files right now, correct? First things, git add start. Second, git commit. M is just for message. It's a message tag. And I say added dataset. Okay. Enter. And now for my final step, I'm going to write git push f origin master. Which branch do you want to push it in? Because I have only one branch master, so it's going to push there. There you go. Done. Now when I go back to my repository here, I refresh. Let's go back here. Can you see sample data is created? So did you understand that there were only 3 codes? Essentially, it was git add star, which means that all the folders, all the files inside the folders got added. Git commit m with your message, and git push f is just a force push that I don't want to see any errors or warning. Origin master, that's it. If I create a branch, then it goes to origin something else. Let's say that in your development lifecycle, sometimes what happens is you don't want to mess around with something that's working, correct? Yeah. Maybe even in your codes, sometimes, I've heard a lot of questions that, hey, this is working for me, and I don't want to change my code. So we write something like final 1, final 2, final 3, blah, 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 right? You can basically go and create a branch, and it's simple. And you can say that, let's say, yeah, I have a default branch. I can create yours and I can add a branch, but something which I don't want to do at this point, to be honest. GitHub has also changed a lot. Anyway, but the gist is that, okay, I can create it from a pull request as well. Yeah. So I can create all these things and track back. That's the entire stuff. That's exactly what it is. Key things. If you go back and say that, okay, where is actually GitHub used? I mean, this is okay, you are using it. What about in overall context? So if you guys know XGBoost, right? Where do you think XGBoost is getting downloaded for you? This is the XGBoost source codes that are available, right? Yeah, you can add it. So it's like a development ecosystem, right, Swarna? So basically what happens is that you can basically add few files. You can basically, so this becomes like my working repo, right? So I can, change things as I want to change. I have a README file. Maybe I want to change README, and I can go back and I can just say git add star or git add readme.md, and I can say, like, sometimes what happens in a development cycle, you may not be ready with all your files, but you may be ready with some files that you need to push, correct? Agreed? I'm not ready with all the 100 files, but maybe there are 10 files which I can push at this point. Git add is just that. Git add sample data / 1 year ARFF would actually push only that 1 year ARFF file. I can give you an example there. So for example, if I want to push 1 year.arff, let's say, and my git commit is, instead of added data set, I can say fixed 1 year data set. Okay. Yeah. But here's the thing. I don't have anything to commit. Why? Why do I not have anything to commit? Because it is smart enough. It knows that I haven't made any change. Did you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, this git bash knows that, Shreyas, you didn't make any change. That why are you actually pushing things that's not required, right? And that's basically the power of GitHub. So you can basically version control the way it's a seamless version control, to be frank. Now let's say that I like this part, and what I'm gonna do is, I saw this Polish bankruptcy file, right? I mean, I need some documentation for that. obviously. Why not? Correct. So let's say that one of the things to create a good portfolio is always have a good readme. Always, like that's a must. That's a must.